Hi everyone, we hope you are all doing well and welcome to Historic Adventures. Today we're exploring the fascinating history of Skenfrith Castle. We hope you enjoy this video. Skenfrith Castle, nestled in the village of Skenfrith in Monmouthshire, Wales, stands today as a ruin, whispering tales of a time long past. Following the Norman conquest of England in 1066, Skenfrith Castle arose in the aftermath of these monumental events. In the years that followed, the Normans expanded their influence into the Welsh Marches, where William the Conqueror appointed William Fitz-Osbern as the Earl of Hereford. Earl William expanded his holdings by seizing control of Monmouth and Chepstow. Castles became vital tools for the Normans, aiding in their military control over the Welsh, fostering new settlements and solidifying their authority over the lands they claimed as their own. During this period, Skenfrith Castle formed a crucial part of a trio of fortifications strategically placed in the Monnow Valley. These defences, believed to be established by Earl William, served to safeguard the route connecting Wales to Hereford. Initially constructed from earth and timber, the earliest iteration of the castle stood as a testament to the strategic vision of its builders. The stability of the earldom's lands faced challenges when William's son, Roger de Breteuil, rebelled against the king in 1075, leading to the gradual dissolution of their regional holdings. The year 1135 witnessed a significant Welsh uprising, prompting King Stephen to reimagine control over the Marches. This restructuring united Skenfrith Castle with its counterparts, Grosmont and White Castle, once again under the Crown's authority. Together, they formed a powerful entity known as the Three Castles Lordship, ensuring strategic control over the region. The tensions with the Welsh persisted, punctuated by a brief calm during Henry II's reign in the 1160s. However, conflicts reignited as the de Mortimer and de Braose-Marcher families clashed with their Welsh adversaries in the 1170s, culminating in a Welsh attack on Abergavenny Castle in 1182. In anticipation of further hostilities, the Crown fortified Skenfrith Castle, investing £43 in defence upgrades in 1186 and further enhancements in 1190, likely including the construction of a stone keep and protective curtain wall. In 1201, King John bestowed the three castles upon Hubert de Burgh, a man of modest beginnings who rose through the ranks to become a trusted royal official. Hubert's tenure saw the castles, starting with Grosmont, undergo significant improvements. However, his plans were interrupted when he was captured during military engagements in France. During Hubert's captivity, King John reclaimed the three castles and granted them to William de Braose, Hubert's rival. Tensions escalated between King John and William, leading to William's dispossession in 1207. Yet, William's son, also named William, seized the castles during the First Barons' War, exploiting the chaos to regain control. Upon his release, Hubert de Burgh surged back into prominence, earning the title of Royal Justiciar and ascending to the Earldom of Kent. It was during the reign of King Henry III that Hubert reclaimed the three castles in 1219, solidifying his authority. Under Hubert's leadership, Skenfrith Castle underwent a remarkable transformation, with the old structures razed to the ground to make way for a new rectangular castle featuring round towers and a central circular keep. In 1232, Hubert de Burgh suffered a fall from grace, leading to the loss of the castles under his control. They were then entrusted to Walrond Teutonicus, a loyal servant of the crown. However, reconciliation with the king in 1234 saw Hubert briefly regain possession of the castles before another falling out with King Henry III in 1239 led to their confiscation once more, this time being assigned to Wallerand. Under Wallerand's stewardship, improvements were made to Skenfrith Castle, including the construction of a new chapel in 1244 and repairs to the keep's roof. In 1254, the castle and its sister fortifications were granted to Prince Edward, the eldest son of King Henry III, who would later ascend to the throne himself. The ongoing Welsh threat loomed large, prompting swift action in 1262 when Prince Llewellyn ap Gruffydd launched an attack on Abergavenny. Under the command of its constable Gilbert Talbot, Skenfrith Castle braced itself for potential conflict, with every available man ordered to garrison the castle, no matter the expense. Fortunately, the threat subsided without any hostile incidents. Edmund, the Earl of Lancaster and leader of the royal forces in Wales, received control of the three castles in 1267, marking the beginning of their long association with the earldom, later becoming part of the Duchy of Lancaster. Skenfrith Castle saw minimal additional construction, with minor repairs made to the tower and gates during King Henry VI's reign. Edward, the first successful conquest of Wales in 1282, lessened the castle's military significance, although it remained an important administrative hub. However, by 1538, Skenfrith Castle had fallen into disuse, gradually succumbing to ruin. A description from 1613 lamented its dilapidated state, noting it as ruinous and decayed. In 1825, ownership of the three castles passed into the hands of Henry Somerset, the Duke of Beaufort. Later on, lawyer Harold Sands took an interest in the site, undertaking some conservation efforts before generously gifting the castle to the National Trust. This act marked a significant step towards the castle's preservation. By 1936, Skenfrith Castle was under the care of the state, leading to substantial restoration work. Today, the castle is managed by Cadwa, and it's a Grade II listed building. Skenfrith Castle was built next to the River Monnow. Hubert de Burgh constructed the current castle in the early 13th century by levelling the earthworks of the 11th century Norman castle and spreading them over the site, creating a depth of 12 feet. The 12th century stone fortifications and buildings were demolished at the same time. Hubert's castle is shaped like a polygon, with walls measuring approximately 80 metres, 60 metres, 200 feet, and 40 metres long, and it was made from old red sandstone. Originally, it was surrounded by a stone revetted, water-filled moat, 9 feet deep and 46 feet wide, which was filled by the nearby river. Today, the moat has been filled in and covered with grass. Visitors would enter the castle from the northwest side across a bridge and through a gatehouse, although these structures have since been destroyed. The castle's curtain wall remains standing at a height of up to 5 metres, likely originally featuring a 6-foot-high parapet and protective timber hoarding at the top. Circular towers once stood at each corner of the castle, likely used for storage and defence, and 3 of these towers are still intact today. Sadly, the northwest tower has been reduced to its foundations. Additionally, a water gate on the eastern side of the castle provided access down to the River Monnow. Inside the castle, a 2-storey hall range once extended along the southwestern side, but only the foundations remain today. Originally, this range included a long room in the north and a smaller chamber in the south, although the northern section was later divided. Due to flooding, the floor level of the hall range was raised. and the ground floors were filled with gravel. The main hall would have been on the first floor, above the remaining ground floor fireplace. At the south end, there was a water reservoir for the castle. On the opposite side of the hall range stood a kitchen block, but there are no visible remains of it above ground now. In the heart of the castle stands a 3-story circular keep, towering at 12 meters high and spanning 10 meters across, featuring a prominent staircase tower on its southwestern side. Its design closely mirrored keeps built during this era in France by Philip II, and at Pembroke by William Marshall. The staircase tower resembled others constructed across the Welsh Marches during that time, like those found in Caldecott and Longtown. Earth was piled around the 2-meter plinth at the base of the keep, possibly for added defense, creating a motte-like appearance. Originally, the keep would have been topped with defensive wooden hoarding, and an external wooden staircase led to the entrance on the first floor. The current ground floor entrance was carved later into its walls. A trapdoor provided access to the basement, used as a storeroom. The first floor likely served as an antechamber, while the second floor boasted windows, a large fireplace, and a private latrine, suitable for the lord's living quarters. Legend speaks of a phantom sentinel, forever pacing the battlements. His spectral form, cloaked in mist, guards secrets buried deep within the castle's heart. Visitors have reported cold draughts, inexplicable footsteps, and fleeting glimpses of figures long gone. Could it be the restless spirit of a medieval lord, bound by duty even in death? Listen carefully as the wind carries echoes of forgotten battles. The very stones bear witness to love, betrayal, and the unbreakable bond between the living and the spectral. Should you venture within these walls, heed this warning. Time bends, and the veil between realms grows thin. Shadows elongate, and the moon casts an otherworldly glow. Perhaps, just perhaps, if you stand at the crumbling archway during the witching hour, you'll glimpse the Lady of the Tower, a ghostly figure, her eyes filled with longing. Remember, dear traveller, that history is not confined to textbooks. It breathes, it weeps, and it lingers. Skenfrith Castle awaits your curiosity, your courage, and your willingness to embrace the supernatural. We hope you have enjoyed this video. Should you wish to embark on your own medieval adventure, here's some practical information. To get here, follow the scenic B4521 road, which leads you to the castle gates. Use NP78UH on your sat-nav for precise directions, and parking. Free parking is available along the outside of the south wall of the castle. Please note that overnight parking or camping within the castle grounds is not permitted. Wander through the castle's sturdy structure, built on an earthen mound. Imagine the defenders standing firm, ready to protect their realm. Beyond the castle, just a stone's throw away, stands St. Bridget's Church, reconstructed and enlarged in the 14th century. For a delightful stay, consider visiting the Bell at Skenfrith, a popular hotel and restaurant. Whether you're a history enthusiast, a curious traveller, or simply seeking the magic of the past, Skenfrith Castle awaits. Come, step into the footsteps of knights and lords, and let the whispers of centuries guide you. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through Skenfrith Castle. We hope you found this video educational. Don't forget to drop us a comment to share your thoughts, and be sure to give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel for more fascinating content. You can also connect with us on social media through the links provided in the description below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.